This first question comes from Nika Reilly over on Instagram, and Nika asks, how do you go about getting a crisp white outline on black letters with your acrylics? So I'm not sure which particular pieces you're referring to, Nika, but this is a great question just overall to talk about my process for adding lettering to my acrylic art. And it's a little bit of a unique process that many of you may not know about, but I actually add the lettering after I do the acrylic pieces, and I do that digitally. So you can see some of the pieces behind me, like this one right here, I posted a few days ago, and you can see it doesn't have, whoa, this is like a weatherman situation. This is where the lettering is normally on the piece, but you can see it's empty right now. And that's because, so I'll do the acrylic piece of the art, and then afterward, I will do lettering in my notebook separately here. And I will use my same process for taking a photo of the lettering, bringing it into Photoshop, and then digitally adding that to the acrylic piece. And that's one way that I can get really crisp lines with this black on white. And that's because I'm not using something like a paintbrush or a paint pen on the paper. I'm actually doing it in this notebook here with my typical lettering supplies. I do that for a number of reasons. One of them is because I wanted a way to be able to make the lettering part of this abstract affirmations project really timely. So I wanted to be able to add whatever lesson I was learning that day as my daily piece. And that way, you know, the pieces across the year would read sort of like a journal. However, when Jason and I travel and things like that, I'm practical enough to know that I'm not going to be able to carry all my acrylics with me. So in that event, I'm able to create the acrylic part of the art sort of a couple days in advance and then add the lettering day of. And that still maintains that sort of timely nature of it. Now, I'm going to get into this a little bit later when we talk about pens, but if you're referring to some of the pieces where I have the black with the white behind it, that is just a case of me doing that lettering as well and then pulling it into Photoshop and creating just a white overlay so that it really pops against the acrylic art.